eyes and everything. It was wonderful.
I'm gonna close that so we're not glowing so badly.
But I'm glowing.
Well, yeah, you're always glowing.
I'm glowing.
And we're freezing.
Now we're freezing. And it's a beautiful day
it's
out.
It's a gorgeous day. I hope it doesn't stay
Every once in a while, I got a little bit, and I wasn't sure if it was a ship.
What is all this?
Oh, I want you to save your password.
Yeah,
everybody gets one.
Not now. Close that too. Okay.
All right, here we are. We're back. Sunday, March 5th.
God, we're in March. I lost track all of last week.
You do?
I seriously just lost track of fucking everything because I took last week off and I did fuck all nothing.
Yeah. Strap your panties on though.
This is the first day I've actually put on clothes that weren't freaking pajamas, y'all. And it's Sharon. Thank you very much, because it's the only reason I put them on is because after this we're going over to Sharon's house for lunch. Kitchen lunch. That's the only reason. Otherwise, I would have still been in pajamas for the podcast. Fuck it, like 10 days in a row. Don't even get out of your freaking pajamas.
Well, that's okay. You'll be perfect on the cruise ship.
Right.
Oh.
Welcome back.
Thanks. I'm Deb. This is Sue, and we're back with Flockers Around the World.
Oh my gosh, right?
I was so excited because Maggie was on. She was talking to Maggie last week. I was like, when I watched it, I was so surprised.
I know.
I got back last night after some, kerfuffle with the airlines that changed my flight, said it was delayed. So thank God I got on.
Just because they were stealing Gail's cigarettes. That's it.
They're
like the luggage guy that wants those smokes is not on that flight. It's on another flight.
Yeah, I know. But we didn't even get to the airport then. And I checked at 7 when we went down to get ready to go. And when we docked in LA and everything said we were on time. And then all of a sudden when I turned it on to turned off airplane mode. Because on the ship, you should have it on, so you're not charged a bundle. I get this big orange alert from American that said flight change. And I'm like, okay, well, 4:30 is not bad. All right. So I sit at LAX a little longer. But then we didn't get home until 11:30 today. We went down Dallas, and then from Dallas we got on a 1:30 o'clock flight to someplace else, to like Miami, and then from Miami up to India. And I was like, no, we're not doing that. No, I go back and get on ship, and that's it. So
can we just take this ship over to Miami and then I'll catch my flight from there?
I'll just get my flight from there. It would be about the same time,
right?
They probably do okay. So the celebrity emergency team got us on another flight, and then when we got to the airport, because they didn't assign seats, they just got us on the seat, and I'm like, we had priority seats on the other one, and I'm like, do you guys give no, now I get to fight with airlines for all of that.
Ay, caramba.
Yeah. And so then he puts us on a flight to Charlotte, which was even earlier, and got us in at like 10:30, which was a delay. But I was like, okay. I was like, just get me out of LA. Sorry, anybody who watches from LA, I know you all.
No, LAX is such a pain.
It's such a pain in the ass.
LAX is just a nightmare.
And they're doing construction. They're putting in like one of those monorail things or an extra road. So like we went from it took almost 15 minutes to go from terminal here to terminal here. We could have gotten off and walked faster. Right. Seriously. But I don't know the outside of LAX. And when we got there, it was pouring rain. I felt so bad.
Well, they got snow.
I know. Can you believe that?
I'm sorry.
They did.
No, I mean, like,
what?
No, I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry that you guys got snow.
That I kind of chuckled.
Well, actually, San Diego was excited that they got it, because now they go up in San Diego. They go up and they measure the snow so they can figure out how much water they're going to be able to tell everybody they're going to have later in the season. Can you believe they didn't have anybody stranded up in the mountains like they do in LA? Yeah. Here we were. I only brought the one pair of pants because we're going to Mexico and California and Southern. Yeah, right.
Right. Yeah.
I swear I can't wear them again. They are majorly stretched out from wearing them every day. It was so cold. It's only in the 50s every day. And wind. Oh, you guys, the days Wednesday, March 1st.
Well, hopefully, it freezes up the ice caps a little bit.
Yeah, it gives them a little longer for the water.
Right.
It was funny when we were going across the bridge in San Diego. She goes, now don't blink because I want you to all see our San Diego River that actually has water in it. And it's this long bridge, okay, with a river about like this big. But it did have water in it.
It had water in it.
That was good.
So that's good.
So it's good to be home. So I had a good time. Catalina Island is beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's worth the 20-minute bottle hop over there to it.
I know. It was funny because we watched the ship. We left San Pedro, and it's 25 miles from San Pedro up to Catalina Island. Oh, he went out this way, and then he came around in a big sweep, and then he docked.
Right.
It was hysterical. Beautiful island, though. I'm telling you, if you lived out in California or could get to that,
I don't think I could live in California.
I don't think I could either, but
well, I couldn't afford to, for one.
Well, that's the first.
I can't afford.
My sandwich was $17.
Right.
And it was this long.
For like a vegetable sandwich, I'm sure.
No. It actually had meat in it.
Oh,
and you could take it. But
no
the
eggs,
bread
though.
was
Because if there was eggs, it would have been $26.
Oh, and they didn't put out big pans of eggs either.
Of course. Well, how could they?
They just normally, they brought out pans, like nice round pan of scrambled eggs instead of having this big tray of them that they normally do.
Right.
But so that was kind of funny. I felt, it was like, oh my God, there goes everything. Because when I was on one cruise, when the bacon was on vacation.
Right. Yeah.
Now
eggs are on.
I was like, maybe it was eggcation.
Yeah. Or on an extra holiday.
Yeah.
No pun intended.
Or you were charged for your egg breakfast. Everything else you could have 20,000 of, but if you wanted 2 eggs, no, they didn't. It was great. So we had a good time and the ship was wonderful. So we're all ready for Alaska.
It's snowing in Sweden again.
Oh man.
Happy for it.
I'm happy for you, but yeah. But you guys, I think some of it is if it would just pick a temperature and stay there.
Well, I personally would be super happy with a place. And if there is such a place in the world, please, somebody let me know. A place that fluctuates between 45 and 80.
San Diego.
But not in California.
Well, you guys in Sweden, you're like staying in the dark, aren't they? Like, because they're way up there too.
Well, she just said that, they're happy for the snow because that's less chance of forest fires in the summer.
Yeah, that's true. It does. It makes all that fun stuff, everything.
A little more moisture, a little less chance for icky stuff.
Yeah. And then we sailed down to Cabo and we thought we were taking a new sightseeing tour because it said sightseeing. And we went to the same place we did the last time. It's nice. It's Los Cabos, which is right next to Cabo San Lucas, and this guy told us more about the mountains and everything. And
that's good.
He lives in Arizona from like June until November.
Okay.
And so he drives up back and forth and he goes through the mountains. So he was telling us all about that. That was pretty cool. About how you see one jackass. And he said, that's what he said. He said, you see one jackass the entire trip. And I'm like, some lady comes back. She goes, human? And he goes, I wish. They walk across the burrows, just walk across the road and they sit down because it's nice and warm.
Right.
And they just lay there. And then when you go to move, they get up and they move backwards. And they have their own GPS system. So anyway, I got a new shirt though. See, and that's cool.
Oh, that is cool. I didn't even
notice it.
Like she just got here, guys. Like normally we sit and chat for a long time.
Yeah.
I had put up on Instagram. I took a picture, just me, put it up on Instagram and said, 10:30ish.
Yeah.
Ish.
And our guys are back. I was so glad I was so excited when I saw that you had done it live. It was like, I was so
Yeah, I
jealous.
looked outside and I went, it looks like it's probably going to be all right. And hopefully, I don't
It's
know what
30 degrees there though. So Sweden's not too bad. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And Sweden, I'll be there in Stockholm in July. So I'll be coming to see you. And you guys talked last week about this pickles yarn in Oslo.
Yeah.
I'm going to Oslo too.
I have to. Oh, cool. Because I'll have to show you. She did send me a picture. She sent it to me in an email through the Etsy shop.
Okay, yeah.
But I'll have to show you a picture of the sweater that she made.
Oh, neat. Cool.
There is about 6 stitches around. No, there's not. It's more than that. But it is a super bulky sweater.
Oh, it's neat. That's what I'm
super bulky sweater.
I'm really excited about that. I was so excited.
What did she say it was on like 20
millimeters or something? She was
It's
like on
big
this big, like a
needles.
35 or
Yeah.
something like that. I thought that's like when Colleen crocheted on those super big sticks.
No, she knit on them. Colleen does not know how to crochet.
Oh, yeah,
she
true.
knit that.
She knit that. That's right. She was like
on like
these
rowing ours. Yeah. I think that's why
she did.
Yeah, that's why she's a rower, because
she could do the knitting or the rowing oars. There she goes.
Colleen did the big roving blanket.
Yeah.
So she sent us a picture of it last week. Of because her animals just love it, and so does John, and now the cats do too. The new 2 cats love that blanket, so it's well loved. And it's starting to, it's showing that it's well loved.
Oh, that's good though.
Speaking of well loved, look at what this one found. Where did you find this?
At Balboa Park in San Diego.
Of course, in the U.S.
Yeah, in the U.S. It's a necklace.
I am so wearing the fuck out of that. No, it's in stone. Like it will not like.
It's a talisman for you.
Yeah. This is my talisman.
Yeah, underneath.
I should wear it to work.
Yeah, you should. I'm serious. I put it underneath, and then when you need it, take it out.
Oh my God. Speaking of work, so my cubicle mates, right? The one gentleman that's on one side of me. Well, they're both relatively new to the company.
Yeah.
And whenever he would say something to me that was like he didn't really care to do that sort of thing.
Right. Okay.
I would just say, well, welcome to welcome to our work. And he goes, I should just have a sign. I should just have a sign that, and you could just point to the sign. So this is what I did. I went into Word and I typed out welcome to, our work name. And then I put it into a font that is unrecognizable as letters. So it's like pictures of helicopters and buildings and whatnot. So whenever anybody else sees it, they have no idea what it is. But I printed it out and I taped it on his cubicle. So now whenever he says something like that, I just kind of point to that.
That's a great idea.
It's awesome. Check out all those fonts in your Word thing, because some of them are fantastic.
Windings and webdings.
Oh yeah.
Is it still a bit chilly?
Outside?
No, in your office.
Well, I wasn't there last week.
Oh, so you don't know.
But
She's
yeah,
only been there a couple of weeks.
When I was there 2 weeks ago, it's still quite chilly. But I got my little space heater under my desk, so I don't really care.
So now you have little pink mittens.
Oh my God!
I made these on the cruise.
Oh, I am so wearing these at work. Look at these guys! Oh my God! Did you write this, or was it a pattern?
It's an adaptation of a different pattern.
I mean, it looks kind of vanilla-ish, but look at, she put ribbing right across the knuckles so I can beat somebody up with them.
I know. And it's got pink and red in it. So the thing.
Oh my God, these are so cute.
It's Emma's yarn. I bought it in Florida, and I actually bought this skein for you.
Oh,
it's called A Crazy Beautiful Color.
Thank you. It's like you made me socks, but for my hands.
I know. That's what it was. And the other kids, it was so funny because I worked on the hat. Let me grab the hat. Hold on, I got a hat for someone. I made the hat first, and I had big needles. Here it is. And I had the big needles, and everybody thought that was pretty cool, right? because this is pretty cool. And then the next day I
2
come out.
FOs? What the?
Yeah, I know.
What the flying flock of birds, y'all?
See this? It is pretty good. I love the top of it.
That is
top.
cool.
And it went really quick. Most of this was.
Is that Malabrigo?
No, this is actually Simply Natural from Haiku.
Oh,
Nicely. It's more of an Aran weight. Pretty cool.
Okay.
And I can't remember the name of it. Son of a bitch. Oh, well, I'll get it for you. But it's a free download on Ravelry. And it's just a knit pearl, then a stockinette knit pearl, and whatever size.
The top, guys. Look at this top.
Yeah, you get down to like 30 stitches and you pull it.
It's like a star.
Isn't that great?
That's fun.
Isn't that fun? I needed it.
Yeah, she needed it. And she wore the gloves too, I'm sure. She's
did.
I'm sure you did. I would have. Hell, I would have.
Well,
These are so soft. This is not just 80-20.
It's Emma's
What
yarn.
is it?
It's 100% merino. You get the rest of it because it was really yours to begin with.
God.
And I forgot to bring it when I came back from Florida because I was sick and then I forgot. So you get.
So
the
you
rest
just
of
said,
it.
"Well, screw it.
I'll just make.
I'll make her
mittens
mittens." And oh, these are so sweet.
And then you go down to that.
She even wove in the ends, y'all. She didn't even leave the ends for me to weave in.
I didn't.
I would have been like, "Here, bitch, I am done with this. You can weave in the ends."
Well, one went really fast, and the other one, I guess, because I was diddle lopping and doing other things. So it was like so funny. But I told the story. I said, "Oh, she just moved into a new office, and it's cold, and the poor kid works on the computer all the time, and everybody thought that was so cool." And then, of course, this ship leaves LA in May and goes up to Alaska, and it's still pretty chilly up there. And the one officer that runs the upstairs buffet, he came over and he's like, "Can we commission you?" I said, "No."
Did my thing beep? Oh, hold on, guys.
Hang in. She's got buns in the oven. She's making
bread in the oven.
Fresh focaccia onions.
Oh no, I still got 3 minutes.
She's got 3 minutes. Okay, so I'm going to sit up so I can see.
Yeah, so you guys can see her face, like,
and me. The desert is in full bloom. Jody tells us.
Oh,
I know.
that is so like spectacular when you get to see something that is normally like completely beige brown, and now it's just covered in green.
Yeah, that's what everybody was saying. And then
like,
the cactus start to sprout out, and they say
and then they bloom.
Pretty pink and this
it's
coral color. They say it's amazing, and we were just a little bit too early for that, and so or the weather hadn't really kind of cooperated. So
it's spectacular. Like I tripped out the first time because my in-laws lived in Vegas, in Mesquite.
Yeah, we
always flew into Vegas, so it's about an hour drive, 45 minutes to an hour, to their house through the desert. And the first time that we got there, and it was perfect.
Oh yeah, the purple. I bet the colors would be amazing.
It's spectacular.
Yeah, and everybody was saying normally this time of the year when you get out
and
there,
then you have the red rock in the back.
Yes. Because it's all clean from the spring rains and stuff. That was the other thing he had mentioned to us down there. He said everything looks really clean because they've had more rain than what they normally do. Yeah. So it was really cool. And then, of course, because I had leftover, I started a pair of mittens to go with the hat. But I'm only at the thumb, so it's not a big deal. They're just plain blue. Going to be blue mittens. I was working on these on the plane.
Yeah, but those are sweet.
They'll go with the hat.
They'll go with the hat.
There you go.
Are you going to do full-on mittens?
Yeah, these are full-on.
Full-on mittens.
Yeah, these are Aran weight mittens. And then I had a couple of people would see me working with this. First they saw me working with this, then they saw me working with that. And then the one lady was on the bus with us, and I had my Musselburgh out.
Oh, right.
So she was like, "Do you ever stop?"
No. Nope, I don't. I don't stop.
Well, at home I do. I said, but not in this. So I got quite a bit done. Yeah.
You did get, considering you did mittens
and then
a hat and then that.
And then worked on this. This was all bugs.
That one is fun. What is this yarn?
This is from Hobby Lobby.
Oh, this is Hobby Lobby yarn.
Yeah. Hobby Lobby, Yarn Bee. There's
Look at that.
Cozy Toes.
Cozy Toes.
Yeah. It's like $3.50 when it's on sale or something.
Right,
like that.
right.
So, yeah.
Which it's on sale every other week.
Every other week. Yeah, I learned that the week Andrea gets paid. You don't know who Andrea is, but if you knew Andrea, you would know that you could go to Hobby Lobby that week. And
there's my dinger. I gotta go get my focaccia out of the oven.
So what else did we have happen? Not much otherwise. It was, like I said, when we got to LA, it was pouring rain, which is really crazy because normally you don't expect to see all those puddles in California and out there and stuff. So it was massively wet. And then it was massively cold. And we get on the ship and thinking it's going to be, and they had the air conditioning on in the ship.
They need to see this, don't they?
Yeah.
Look! Focaccia.
Too bad you don't have smell-o-vision because it smells amazing, really. So what else? It was fun. So if you're coming, you're going to have a good time. And I get my MM out. Hold on, I forgot one other thing that I did on the ship. You have to see
the good ship lollipop. Did you get lollipops?
No, didn't get lollipops. I stayed away from the candy store.
Well,
on the solstice, they have a company that takes over the 15th deck up by the lawn. Okay, there's an actual lawn up there. Guy comes along and they weed whack the edge of it, and then he snips the edge. That's some guy's job.
Can you believe? I'll do that to live on the boat.
Yeah. Anyway, they have a
I wouldn't even do it with like toenail clippers, so it would take me longer.
I never thought about that. That's even a better idea.
Right. Well, I'm sorry. Bigger, this is a 40-hour-a-week job.
And then he sweeps it off the sidewalk so that it doesn't get carried throughout the ship.
Right.
I know. Don't you love them? So they have a hot glass company, and they bring in kids that have worked, become artists, blown glass artists. So I made for my husband a jelly. This thing is being majorly heavy. A jellyfish.
She's getting a workout holding that up. Let me tell you, it's probably 10 pounds. So
cool. You mix this color and then you pull it. I didn't blow in this at all. Gail did a vase and she got to blow. And he's like, "Oh," she's full of hot air. So, anyway.
She's full of hot air, like you're not.
But it was chilly the day, and it's 50 degrees, a big wind. It's like blowing the ship and everything. But you're up there by this hot glass, and I told the guys, I said, "Now come this summer." And he goes, "Oh yeah, but we'll be in Alaska by then, so we'll be okay." So he went to the University of Minnesota.
Guys. Look at this jellyfish. Like, it is so cool.
Isn't that neat? So get on the solstice, and they have it on the eclipse too. Some of the ships they put this. It's called the company's Hot Glass or something. Anyway, so they're an outside vendor, but they put them on the ship. Isn't that great?
That's so fun.
So it's fun to do. It's not cheap, but it's
I'm sure it's not, because they have to get enough energy out there to melt that glass.
Well, and the thing is, when they close the doors, you can hear the furnace because it has to stay at least 1,600 degrees.
Yeah.
So
that's a lot of energy.
It's like going to any glass place, which is so cool.
Yeah.
So TSA did check my bag. Didn't take away the drugs, but they checked my little.
Oh, I'm sure they did. But were you able to get a California burrito while you were there?
A what?
There was a mom and pop shop in the. You read that. Bottom
Let's see. But were you able to get? Oh, eat a California burrito. There's a mom and pop shop. Oh, in Balboa Park. There was a line by one place that had that. I don't know if that was the mom and pop place. We only had 50 minutes, and we had to go to the bathroom. And then when I found the fuck place, I thought, screw you, I can't do anything else. But we walked in, and it might be in that courtyard area where the restaurant is. We were over by the visitor center. There's a bunch of fountains and everything. It's right next to the zoo. Very cool. Okay. They're doing a really cool job there in San Diego, and they're putting in bike lanes and a bus lane on a 2-lane divided highway. So 2 lanes on this side, 2 lanes on this way. They're not getting rid of the divide, but somehow they're going to put in a bus lane, a car lane, and a bike lane. So she said, come on back in a couple of years and let's see if it's really working. And I'm like, that's going to be crazy. So, but we did have some really, really good corn. It was like street corn off the top and in a cup with whatever, like crema or something else in it. It was amazing. Corn could have been a little more grilled but it was still so good. Oh my gosh. It was amazing.
Did it have cheese on it?
Yes.
Yeah. So it was like Mexican street cheese.
Yeah.
Street corn.
Street corn. Yeah.
With
and then
if
we had gone right instead of left, we probably would have seen all the street trucks that were out that day and everything. So cool. And La Jolla is amazing. Oh, we saw sea lions. Yeah, the sea lions. And we saw these pelicans. And we saw these other birds. I had no idea. They looked like seagulls, but somebody else told it. And then they saw some other one, and the wingspan was like this.
Oh, sure.
And I think that's the California bird, but I wasn't sure. It began with a C or something.
A condor?
No.
Like
I can't remember. Or
okay.
Maybe it was the name of the fish.
It's okay.
And when we were leaving Catalina, we had an escort of dolphins.
Oh, of course.
Amazing, guys. This is so cool. Everybody said on the other side was the whales. Our side had all these dolphins, and they were swimming and jumping, and the couple of them got up and did you could tell they were going backwards, like they were playing with the ship. It was so
They probably
cute.
were playing with the ship.
I'm sure, saying thank you for stirring up all this gunk from the bottom so we get good food today. So
right.
I know, because it's funny, because when you pull into port and everything, and the ship sometimes, they're pushing it, moving it, and everything else, and then you get all this stirring, and then you see 9,000 seagulls coming down to the water. Yeah,
because it stirs everything up.
And the fish kind of decide.
And the fish get stirred up too.
Yeah, because you're sitting there just relaxing at the dock,
Chillax.
just cool. And then
Sunbathing.
this big ship comes over, and you're like, son of a bitch, I gotta get out of the way,
Yeah.
And so then those guys dive like from,
Yeah, they go, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And they're underwater quite a ways. I was having a good time watching them.
Yeah.
I'm up in the deck working on your mitten, and I'm like, you go, girl. Everybody's looking at me like, what the hell are you doing?
So she sent us a picture of the library. Mm-hmm. I mean, she sent us lots of pictures because it's the solstice, which is where we'll be in August, and any of you guys who booked the trip with us. So I forwarded the one of the library to Tori.
Uh-huh.
And I go, I know where I'm going to find you.
Exactly.
Anytime that you're missing.
Exactly.
She will be in the library.
Right. And they don't have a ton of books because of COVID.
It doesn't matter.
Back, but she's got her own books. It's a great place to sit. And I would sit and knit there in the afternoon sometimes.
Yeah.
And, so it was really cool. And I met 2 young ladies that we can knit for because they'll be back. They come back on the same day we do.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Except I was depressed after Paulina told me that her favorite color is gray. I'm like, I'm sorry, you're from Kenya. You can't be like gray. She goes, I lived with color all my life.
Can we do gray with something?
She said pink would be okay. Likes
like I'm gray
seriously.
and pink stripe. I'm okay with that.
She didn't see this. I'm seriously thinking she's getting this.
Well, you say gray, and that's what I'm thinking.
This is great to me, because I am so colored. That's why I love Mexico too, because I love the colors and everything that they have there.
They are not quiet tones.
No, as you can tell.
Right.
They're not really cool. They really got it. So what else have you all been up to? Yeah, Purple Black remnants of the a world fair in the late 1800s. That's cool. That's like the Museum of Science and Industry in Chicago. That's where they had like a World's Fair. They used to have those things, which was really cool.
Do they still do those?
No. I think everything's down to local. But, so it's 3 years after we shut down for the pandemic, right? California didn't open as early as some of the other places. But everybody's like, thank God that pandemic's over. We finally get this back, and we finally got that back, and we finally get this back. And, everybody was so excited that we could finally get out and do things again. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Probably 5 years ago or something, my husband and I met my brother and his wife in Knoxville.
Oh, nice.
Which there was a nice little World's Fair there as well.
Oh, cool.
And that's when they're tall. They put that tall Space Needle sort
type
of thing.
Yeah.
And we went up in it.
Oh my gosh.
And I don't like heights.
No.
I don't. I get really bad vertigo. But I went up in this, but I stayed right in the center of it. I'm like, no, I'm not going out towards the edge. It's not going to happen. And my brother's like, come on. I'm like, no, wait, I love you. But no. Mm-mm.
Well, those pictures of the library were taken from the glass elevators.
Caramba.
I know, and they're in the foyer. I will go to the edge, and even though it's smoke glass, you can't see through it like you can at Sears Tower, those other places where they have those observation decks that you walk. It looks like you're walking out over the city. They have it at the Sears Tower, Willis Tower, I think it is now in Chicago. And but you there's glass, and you're in the atrium, and you see everything going on.
I probably will be okay with that as long as I'm facing the doors.
Yeah. And I just didn't move. I would move to the edge, but I made everybody go around me to get on the glass part because I wasn't getting on the glass part. So I stayed right there. So that's where I would stay. Or I would walk all the way to the front of the ship and take those elevators because they're regular elevators.
The regular ones? Yeah, that might be me. I don't know. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see.
But anyway.
Okay, so you guys.
How you doing up there? Look at.
I should have been a lot farther.
No, listen.
But I can tell y'all I'm on season 4 of Yellowstone, so you can know what I have been doing this week.
That's cool, though.
I'm on to the next color.
Yay!
I just finished up doing my little eyelet row. So now it's just knit again. So we are on how many of 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 3 more colors to go.
Yay! This is really cool. I really like this idea. Isn't this great? Unbelievable. This is a great, I like the way you did this.
This is just a great pattern.
It is. It's a great pattern. It's really easy too.
It is very easy.
Not a single pearl to be had.
No. Like you find my patterns anywhere on Etsy or whatnot. It's either going to be crochet or there's going to be very minimal pearling.
Oh, this is neat. This will be cool. And this little bit of sparkle in there.
Yeah, this is.
And the best little stitch markers I've seen in the whole wide world.
Grab me my bag, would you?
Yeah.
I can't remember the name of the yarn. I'm so bad. So bad. Hopefully the little taggy is in here.
She took like a whole bunch of little singles and put them together.
I did. It's two faded mini packs, so 2 packs of 5 in a fade. And I just lined them up I wound them all together. In case you guys haven't heard the story, I wound them all together with the light pink and the dark green starting first and then just alternated.
So when you get to the last one, that's where you start your decrease.
Yep.
And that's so non-thinkable. And
yep, don't have to think. I can sit there and watch Yellowstone. But
yeah. And we may want to give this to John because I wound it.
Yeah, I see that. These two sets I got from Why Not Fibers. One of them is moss and the other one is starlet. And they have a little bit of sparkle to them.
They have a bit of sparkle, so it's really.
But Why Not Fibers? She is in Michigan.
Yeah. When you guys were there in November.
Yeah. So I bought those two sets. Actually thinking about doing the 90-degree hat and cowl again with those 2 mini sets, and then changed my mind. What?
You and you're changing your mind.
I change my mind all the time. There's nothing wrong with that. We can change our mind.
Nope. As long as you do it again and go on and even if
Yeah.
you don't. It's
Yeah,
not a
or
big deal.
just rip it out and do
Yeah.
something. Get more purpose out of your yarn. Period. Speaking of changing my mind, I did that a lot with the Etsy shop this week too.
Oh, you did. I didn't even get a chance to get on.
So I did knit up a couple little things to send to my brother.
Right, because I was going to ask you about that.
I asked my brother, who is an amateur photographer, whatever. He takes fantastic photos.
Yes, he does.
And so I contacted him and I said, hey, can I commission you to take some photos? Because my brain is just shot. And my photos are starting to look all the same to me. And so I would really love it if I could use your brain to take some other photos. And he says, sure, why not? So of course I have to knit up a few things to send with him because he or his wife are not knitters or crocheters. So I had to knit up a few swatchy things, have some off, some on.
Mm-hmm.
So I did do that. And I have it all ready for him over there to ship off to him. So hopefully he can come up with some fun photos for me. So I have those products that will be coming out whenever I get photos from my brother. But I did put out a bunch of things this week on the Etsy shop. So these are 5 different kitty cats.
Oh, cute. Look at the
In case,
face.
you need some cats. You need some new cats.
Oh, neato. Kitties.
Kitties.
Like Mushy and Biscotti are Moshi.
Right.
Colleen's kitties. Oh, these are so cute.
And, some sheep.
Yay, sheep.
Because we all need some sheep in her life.
We always have to have sheep.
I did put out a new colorway in rings. These are orange rings with
nice
teal glass beads over the join. I called that Mediterranean because my daughter said that that's what it reminded her of.
Oh, I can
or her
see
roommate
that.
or whatnot. So I was like, okay, cool.
Those are cool. I like those.
Those are fun.
Yeah.
And this is a 10-pack. I had to.
Yeah, too.
They are different colored, super tiny dragonflies.
Oh my god!
Every single one is a different color. They range from black to all the way to white with all the colors in between.
Oh my god, they're so
Blue,
little.
red, purple,
this teeny
green,
tiny.
teal, blah,
Look
blah,
at
blah.
that. Perfect.
So those 4 are the new things on the shop this week.
Oh, they're adorable.
From this past week.
These are just
Aren't
so
they precious?
cute. Oh, you
should have seen my husband going, what? Because I'm spread out on the dining room table all week. I'm like, you can't eat here. I'm sorry. Just go to your room. Just go to your room. Like, I took it over. And he's like, what are those? And I'm like, these are dragonflies. They're so cute. Yeah. So,
adorable.
And let's see. So all needle huggers and all rings. Oops.
Oh.
All of them, not just this colorway, but all of them are 10% off the entire month.
Oh, wonderful.
It's happy birthday to me.
That's right.
You guys get the discount.
50. Right.
Yeah.
I know mine's big one. Mine's a big one this year
52.
too.
I'll be 52 this
I'll
month.
be 70 this year. Boy, you thought I was a hellion in the 60s. Wait until I get
You
to
could
the
be
70s.
my mom. You are my mom.
I am.
She is my mom. That's all there is to it.
I was thinking my little suit. I don't want her hands.
I don't want my hands to get too cold.
Right. And it's a good thing because I couldn't, the hat, you never know, maybe, probably not.
No, it fits you.
It fits me, so probably
I don't
fit.
know.
And
I don't want to put
actually-
it on my head because then I
Yeah,
stretch
I
it out.
made it to gauge. And I took it out on the airplane. Because I thought this is not going to fit. But when you're working on a hat and around and you're trying to get on your head,
So
it's on the needles,
Oh yeah.
and everybody's looking at you. You got yarn and needles hanging and you're trying to pull it down without losing stitches and everything. Yeah, that was really exciting. I made a few people nervous on the plane. Not only with my knitting needles and my yarn going like this, but and my sister complaining that the seatbelt kept coming on the up attack. Boy, when it's coming, I'm like, here, have another couple of vodkas and you'll be fine.
Yeah, just have another martini.
Yeah, that was pretty much it. It was like, please.
I did that when our friends showed up from Minnesota.
But that was like crazy.
We were expecting them
sometime
Sunday.
Okay.
And they showed up on Saturday.
Okay.
I mean, they were driving from Texas, so you know.
Yeah, they were heading on. Right. So that's nice. I mean, that's cool. Whatever.
They swang out of their way to come see us because they were going to Minnesota from Texas. I'm like, we're kind of out of your way.
Yeah, a little out of the way there.
We're a little out of the way.
Yeah, if they were in Alabama, maybe that might have been better. 65 runs right through, but yeah, not the other way around. So, yeah. Well, that was nice. Yeah, I saw. Well, actually, I thought first she came out to get coffee. You guys were talking and everything, and I was watching.
Was Mary.
And that was Mary. And she comes out and she's getting coffee, and I thought,
who's
Jamie
that?
Shrunk.
Jamie got really small.
I said, what happened to Jamie?
Yeah, he did the ice hack, whatever that is. I keep seeing that everywhere. I'm like, that's the most ridiculous thing.
So other than that, spring's coming to Indy, and basketball tournaments are going to be starting. So, you had 70 degrees March 1st, so it came in like a lamb.
Yeah,
so,
it'll be storming.
Yeah, look
it'll
out
go out like
at
a
the
lamb.
end of the year, so we'll get that out of the way. And other than that, I was just on the cruise having a good time all week, just kind of chilling.
Yeah, you were doing what I was doing, except you were doing it with prettier sightseeing.
I
did it staring at my computer screen, making stitch markers, watching Longmire. Not Longmire. Yellowstone, not Longmire. Yellowstone. Although Longmire is a good series too. Same
What's
sort
Longmire?
of concept.
Oh, really?
Same sort of cowboys, modern day cowboys and Indians, which is what Yellowstone is.
Yeah. We only lost the internet once, so that was okay. Celebrity and Fox News get along, which is so funny because they actually have commercials.
Do they really?
They actually have commercials.
God.
So I haven't seen
commercials forever.
Yeah, but they actually have commercials like "We'll be right back." And sometimes when you watch a show or a movie, you can tell that they've gone like TV shows when you're on vacation or some places, or when you stream them.
Yeah, you
can tell this is where the commercial's supposed to be.
Right.
But we actually had a commercial, and I'm thinking,
wait, what?
Like so weird, So they were usually for car parts and stuff like that. And, I'm like on a
car parts and Viagra.
Yeah. Well, that's because never mind. I don't go
or Cialis.
Yeah, that's
the Cialis. The ones with the 2 tubs on the front porch.
I swear I want to do that. Make a T-shirt of that with the 2 people with the, with the 2 tubs. I'm like,
now that's 1 tub would be really weird on your front porch, but 2,
that's true.
Come on.
But 2, come on, would be like even, and then you're just kind of hanging in this. This is supposed to be like.
Why wouldn't they just do it in a hot tub? Like,
yeah,
that would make more sense to me.
True. Yeah. I know.
But no, 2 tubs.
2 tubs.
Because that's what every household in America has is 2 tubs on their front porch.
Yeah, of course. Well, maybe a little bit further south of here, they might.
Maybe a tub and a toilet. But I'm still... Even in Banjo Land, I've never seen 2 tubs on the front porch.
No, I haven't either. I have seen the toilet on the porch, though.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, I have too. I've actually put 2 toilets on a porch once.
We have a lady in the neighborhood that puts, she has like old bed frames, and those are and she has flowers growing out of them.
Oh, sure.
So her flower beds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
That makes sense.
No pun intended.
Yeah, no pun intended. But a toilet sitting out in front with a tree growing out of it, I'm not so sure that works,
You've seen that?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Where? In your neighborhood?
No, not my neighborhood. I can't remember. It was like on the East Coast somewhere, like in Vermont or New Hampshire or something like that.
Oh, some artsy fartsy place, I'm sure.
Yeah, it was an artsy fartsy.
Oh, sure. Yeah, and they probably have different colored wine bottles hanging from their tree too, or something.
Quiet. My sister has that too. She would, when she first got it, it was hysterical. She'd go into yarn shops, listen to me. She'd go into liquor stores and she'd look around and she'd kind of look, but it's hard to tell when there's wine in the bottle.
Yeah, what color the bottle actually is.
You could see what the sun's going to go through and stuff. So some of her work friends, the doctors and things like that, when they would travel and they go off to different places, they would find the glass bottles and bring them back. And a lot of them were super heavy.
Right.
With the color and stuff. But it was like, sometimes her backyard just sort of looks like, yeah.
A drunk tank?
Yeah. I mean, the one tree I think has like 15 or 16 of them on there. And then she's got another one that's that way. So yeah, it's pretty funny. So see what and that's about all I have other than flying. And I'm still rocking. I still feel it.
Oh, you can still, yeah. Well, she just got back last night.
Yeah, I did. I mean, we got off the ship about 24 hours ago. So it was, I have my trouble off when I get off. So my acupuncture lady goes, you want to come see me on Monday when you go home. And then we fix.
Okay.
I'm like, okay, maybe next time, next cruise. The 7 days aren't as bad, but the longer ones, like the next one we go on, we're 9 days at sea before we even hit the Azores.
Right.
Why they would take a ship from Tampa, I have no idea, to go around Florida, to go across the ocean. I don't get it, but hey, and then when we come back, it's sort of the same way, but we're stopping in the Grand Turk. So we'll do a Caribbean island on the way back. So it won't be as many days at sea, but I'll actually be doing this when I get back from the next one. I actually moved. My husband's like, stand still. You're making me nauseous.
Maybe you need to have a cocktail or two when you get back, just to
maybe reset something.
Yeah.
I always, I'm always doing this in my ears thinking that's the thing that's going to do it. But it's up here. There's a little extra space. And I think the thing is tick-tocking.
She's got a little mini metronome in her head doing this. Keeping time.
Yeah. I went looking for plants, but they didn't have any fun plants in Mexico.
No.
Little cacti. I could get they're little ones like this. I thought they were kind of cute, but they weren't like packaged like the penis peppers were. So I couldn't get them on the ship. So you never know. I'll have to be a little more stealthy next time. Gail, here, swing them up to her on the fifth floor.
Right. Oh my gosh.
Catch, But I did tell the story of Pepper, the
pepper peanut, the package of
penis peppers. Some couple is going and they're going to be stopping in the Canary Islands. And I said, oh, you'll need to go to the market. I said, she said, same thing. She was disappointed with some of the, like me, I couldn't find cute things to bring back. Everybody's gotten a sombrero or they've gotten a cane or the little bags or, that sort of stuff. So I was looking around for some of that stuff and she was too. And she said that we got talking and stuff. And she said, oh, they're going to the Canary Islands. And I said, you won't find a single canary in Tenerife. I said, but go up to this place. I said, and buy all your friend penis peppers. Everybody around us kind of moved back 10 steps. And then we came up with the idea, if I can't find a vagina pepper plant, I'm going to get a Venus flytrap and stick it right next to it.
Right? Because that would be fantastic.
Poor Venus flytrap. Right. I don't know if they're spicy or anything. Gail's going to start hers and get ready.
Yeah, I need to start mine too, obviously.
Yeah. So we can distribute seeds as needed to our friends and colleagues.
Yeah. So in Florida,
our favorite place.
When she went to Florida, Deb picked me up this at her favorite little
Twisted.
Wait until the yarn store opens shop. Yep. Twisted Soap Bar is the name of the shop. It's right across the street from.
That's where we got the butt nuggets.
Yeah, we got butt nuggets there last time. Right across the street from what's the name? Four Pearls. So yeah, you go into this shop while you're waiting for the yarn shop to open, and they have some of the greatest things. But
yes.
So this is what
she said that would be really good for your hair. It's a
my frizz
cocktail.
So I think I'll do this next Saturday, just before we tape again.
We can on Sundays. Yep.
Yeah.
There you go.
So we can see if it actually works.
It works. She does really good. We met her son. He was the cutest little guy.
Carlos.
It was just great. We were just talking to him and everything. And then I didn't realize that she looked so young. I mean, seriously, I was like, that was my son. And I was like, oh, I said, and she's moved 2 doors down in this bigger shop. And so she's got some really cool.
So they're almost directly across now.
From
the yarn shop.
So you can park either on side street. There you go. And then
jaywalk across the street to the other one.
And then around the corner, there's a little coffee shop. So Mikey went and got his coffee. So he was happy with that. So
good deal.
Yeah. So you didn't even have to sit there and kind of take a nap while I was in Emma's yarn. I'm running through Fur Pearls and can get Emma's yarn, because they have other yarns. But it's sort of like, I don't know. When you go to Leading Men, they have other yarn too. They have Queensland and they have other.
But you just want leading men.
But you want leading men.
Yeah.
And you go into, and 50% of the shop is Emma because she has all lines, from mohair all the way up to a bulky. And it's just wonderful, to see the colors and the layouts and the things like that. Which I used to love because our yarn shop used to have the cascade wall.
Yes.
Which is amazing because you could take this in and you could go.
And you could get a solid to go with it.
And wander around and look at it. But
it became too difficult to keep.
Yeah, it's hard. I can imagine because everybody, she ordered 16 pinks and because everybody was into pink. And then nobody
it wasn't that. It was that she was just having a difficult time getting it in, period.
Yeah. And then
it got to a point where it was just too hard to even get in any.
Yeah, I can imagine too. Yeah. So just getting it to and from. So I will be, there was a yarn shop, but it was too far to walk.
Oh.
I just didn't feel like walking that far in San Diego. So I thought, we'll just kind of work with what I brought. And I was very pleased though. I mean, seriously. I mean, I got everything that I set out to do. One of those mittens, I think I did in 12 hours.
Stop it.
Yeah, I was just kind of really jamming on it. And it was just kind of coming together and my hand didn't hurt or anything. But then I went to the second one. And of course, because it's the second one.
Yeah.
Usually I do something in between, try to do something in between the second one.
Right. But you wanted to get the other one done.
Well, yeah, because these are her work mittens. Work is going back to work. And then when I watched the podcast, I saw that she was off all week. I thought, son of a bitch. Then I knew I had to finish them.
Right.
So that you can go back into work. But I did one day, I was running around with the one mitten and I had my other hand in pocket. And this went on, my other hand in pocket because it was that morning. It was like 40 degrees outside in the wind chill. So on the ship, because they are
going into work with me.
They should. That's what they're meant for.
They
were meant because I want you to be able
to. They're going to sit in my drawer at work.
I want you to work. And it was funny because the guy in LA, he had fingerless gloves.
Yeah.
He had taken a pair of gloves. And I thought, oh, damn, I wish I could knit faster. Hang in, mister. While you're working on getting me on the flight, I'll make a pair of mittens really quick.
Right. Let me just whip these out for you really quick.
Yeah, he was being so nice. So the girl got us on a flight at noon, the 12:45. I picked the 2:30 because I didn't know how long it took from LA, coming in from the dock, the whole bit, right? So I picked the 2:30, getting in at midnight. And then she put us on the 12:30 one. Fine. She goes, I have to call the airline. So we're sitting on the bus and I'm like having a panic attack, And Gail's going, this is stressful. And I'm going, yeah, you're not on the phone. You're just sitting there watching the world go by, So she goes, well, make your way to the airport. I'll get you on a flight. So I'm like, I'm on the bus. I didn't turn it on until I got on the bus.
Right.
And then he's like, oh, let's see if we can get you home earlier. Because we were there. So, it didn't take, and they've redone their security. Less than 5 minutes to go through TSA. Less than 5 minutes.
At LAX?
Less than 5 minutes. I know. I think we just hit it at the right time.
Yeah, you had to.
LA's busier at night in the afternoon because everybody's coming in later in the day. Mm-hmm. And a lot of the more flights leave at night. Like for overseas and things like that. So, and we saw an aircraft carrier. Yeah.
Fun.
That was cool. That was really neat.
While you were on the boat or while you were on a plane?
No, when we were in the plane, they were sailing down to San Diego.
Okay.
And the pilot even came on because we flew over and came in off the ocean side. And he goes, well, if you want a sight to see, he said, there's a naval aircraft carrier right below us. And so, of course, we're all supposed to be strapped in and nobody's supposed to get up. He goes, it's on the right side of the plane. You hear everybody, all these unbuckles. And everybody's trying to see it out the little tiny window on the other side of the plane.
Right.
I mean, please do not leave your seat. The seatbelt sign is on.
Oh,
Please
F
return
you.
it. It's like, screw you. This is a big aircraft carrier, a big mother F, Yeah, they don't come into the harbor. They stay out of San
Yeah.
Diego. But I don't think they were going to San Diego because I never saw it in San Diego a week later. So, I mean, it could have been going to Hawaii or something. I know sometimes they dock in San Francisco and stuff like that. So,
More than likely Hawaii.
Well, when we were at the top of the mountain, Catalina, we
Philippines.
saw a cruise ship going by, and I thought, hey, yo, you're missing over here. Come on, wrong direction. They were on their way to Hawaii. They said that was a Hawaii ship going to LA.
Mhm.
So I was like, yeah, but they're going the wrong way. They're passing us. It was fun. So we had a good time. It was good. And we got to ride in our boats. We know that they're, because we were tendered in Catalina and in Cabo. And so you got to take the boats. They take the escape boats, whatever they're called.
The lifeboats.
Lifeboats.
The escape boats.
They do have escape pods.
Yes.
Like the officers. And those things kind of flop. I don't think I could go in one of these. The boat's bad enough. But in that pod thing, I don't think I could do that thing because there's no window or anything. It's like a periscope thing.
Right.
Anyway, that would be cool. And they had a yellow submarine. They have 2 submarines in Catalina Island. And one of them's yellow. We all live in the yellow submarine. I couldn't get it on my head for days. Now it's back. So
Yeah, you just did it again.
I just did it
now
again.
you have all the flockers got that thing in their head too.
So
on that note, we're going to let you go. With that in your head.
I'm going to leave you with a yellow submarine and away we go.
Maybe next week I'll be through the screen. I highly doubt it, but we will give it a whirl.
Well, if nothing else, this spring, this is a good thing for you to work for to get to this spring.
I know, and I hate to say it, but I think I'm going to try
that sweater
to be monogamous.
Try
and finish some things up. I am not saying that.
But you don't have that many going. Oh, I guess I haven't looked far enough in there. I knew about the sweater.
Well, that's no longer.
I still have my orgasms just sitting at home.
I know. I'm not talking about your
my orgasm.
We're not talking about your orgasm. We're talking about my orgasm and my 5 other things that are going. I'm going to try to be monogamous. I'm going to try to get a few things done or frogged if I don't want them anymore.
If not, just join us on Sundays. We'll put Carly in the background. She can just frog away. She had a great time with that.
She did. They're all wound up into balls. I will be scanning. I will be scanning those up.
Yeah.
And
getting ready for
I will
the sweater.
Steam them so that it,
How do you do that?
I don't know. I'm gonna have to look that up. I might
a YouTube.
And away
we go.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you just don't. I don't know. I don't know.
We'll figure it out. And on that note,
we're gonna let you go because we now have a half an hour to get to where we need to be.
We need to go to Sharon's because we're gonna go see Chicken Sharon for the day.
We are.
The afternoon and fresh that bread.
Fresh focaccia, just out of the oven.
We'll try to get smell-o-vision for you. We really will. Because, well, maybe not. Well, just pretend.
Maybe I'll put up the recipe underneath here within the next day or 2. And then you guys can make it yourself. It is the stupidest, easiest bread ever. And it is the most spectacular. There's no kneading involved. None. 0. Zilch. Nada.
Oh, somebody was playing yarn chicken.
But you do need to prep.
Yeah.
You do need time. You need about a day and a half.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, my.
So I started that focaccia yesterday morning.
When she put on there, she was going to bring focaccia.
Yeah, exactly.
Just thinking.
Right after I said I was going to make focaccia, and that's when I started it.
I was thinking she was going to go to Meijer and pick it up. Because that's what Mikey did. He went and got my cheese tray. Well, I did ask on the ship, but they said, no, sorry, you can't do it.
Oh, well, yeah.
Anyway.
Okay.
We'll
so later, guys. We'll see you next week.
I hope this live stuff worked out good for you guys. And it didn't kind of stall out too much and everything. Because I really like the live part. It's just so much fun to know that you're that you're suffering through with us.
Right.
Misery loves company.
So we'll talk to you later. You guys have a good.
That's right. It's not a touch screen.
Right. It's not. It's not. And I will just do that, Sarah. You guys have a great week. We'll see you
Bye-bye.
next week. Bye.
Have a good one. Too fun.